This is beautyberry. The genus name is Calocarpa. I'm in Starkville, Mississippi. What is so unique about this is it's very pubescent all the way the stem is, and the back of the leaf is too. It's very serrated and has a unique smell to it. It smells pretty good. But the leaves are simple. These are a native shrub, and the wildlife use for these are very high. Is good cover. Different species and mammals browse on these heavenly, so it's very important to have these. And this right here is common buttonbush. I'm in Starkville, Mississippi, and there's not much information on these guys, but besides that they have opposite arrangements. The leaves right here are kind of wavy to me. They have no serrations at all. They feel kind of weird, and the mid rib right here is just kind of just like uplifts itself from the leaf. The fruits right here come in little balls like these right here. Also, this is a shrub and is for the wildlife use. For these, they're really good cover for waterfowl. They're mostly found in wetland areas, but it's pretty unique. And this right here is wild lettuce. The genus name for this is Lactona. And this, I'm also in Starkville, Mississippi. This area is pretty cool. It is a native orb, and it can be annual or perennial depending on what season. The wildlife use for this is very important. Deer will browse this heavenly. Has a basal rosette for herbivores. It has a milky sap in the stem, and you can see these leaves or the flowers right here are kind of yellow. And let's see, this is the milky sap. You can see it coming out. Let's get another one. But see the milky sap that's coming out of the white stuff right here? Let's see. This right here is American burnweed. I'm in Starkville, Mississippi, and this right here is pretty cool. It is mostly found in disturbed areas like this right here is. It is annual, it is a forb, and if you can get closer right here, they have like these little spikes on the outside of the leaves right here. They're alternate and they're kind of whorled too. The texture and the feel of these guys are just pretty rough, have a rough feeling to it. And also, this is kind of funny here. I don't think this is the kind of weed that you would like to burn. This right here is Eastern Red Cedar. I'm in Starkville, Mississippi, and the genus name for this is Jupernus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But this is dioecious. It is an evergreen and it's also native. But these fruits right here only appear in females. This is basically commonly found along fence lines. It's hard to get rid of once you get it. The wildlife use for these guys, they're great thermal use and cover for birds like songbirds and stuff like that. deer, moderately, and low brows. So these guys are pretty cool. This that I've identified is white oak. In Starkville, Mississippi. The way I identify this is the bark is white and it's flaky. And the leaves right here are pretty big. They have sinuses and they're very lubed. They have a weird texture to it. This also is in a white oak family, obviously, and the acorns mature every year. Also, the wildlife use for this, it's not much to it except for it's like good cover, and birds sometimes eat the fruits off these guys too, deer as well. But besides that, it's kind of a moderate wildlife use for it. This guy right here that I've identified is swamp chestnut oak. I'm in Starkville, Mississippi, and genus name for this is Quercus. It's kind of similar to white oak, which I have right here, but you can tell the difference in these guys because the leaf style and texture of it. For the swamp chestnut, they have kind of like serrations, a little deep serration. Also, these guys are just like white oaks too. The acorns mature in 1 year. Also, this is the highest preference of acorns that comes across mammals, so it is high wildlife use for mammals. This one that I have identified is yellow wood squirrel. The genus name is Oxalis, and it is a forb. It's perennial, and this is a baby one. And the way I can see is because it has little bitty heart-shaped leaf shape, and it is so cute. I love these little guys. They're almost everywhere in the soil, but that's how I always identify them, because they have little bitty heart shapes and they have yellow flowers, hence yellow wood squirrel. I'm tall ironweed. So this right here is tall ironweed, and the way I identify it is because it is a perennial forb, is one reason, and another reason is because it has opposite leaf arrangements, and it is a purple stem, and these leaves right here are pretty cool. They're long, they have double serration on it, and their Native Americans used it for pain healing. They use these little roots right here, and I really don't know how they use it. I don't know if they ate them. I'm not gonna eat it, so. Hi, I'm creeping from Virginia. What I have here is Virginia creeper. It is a vine, and it is native also. The way I identify these little guys is because they look like a star, and they are deeply serrated, as you can see on here. When they're little, like this guy right here, they have like a coloration to them. Their fruits don't produce or ripe until October, and they're blue, and so they're cute little guys, and I love them.